Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's tarot. How are you all? I have started the video and I'm just waiting for everybody to hop on. So I hope you're out there in wonderful Facebook family land. It's very wonderful to be here right now with you. Welcome. Hi, Irina. How are you? I hope you're well. There might be a bit of a lag. I'm not entirely sure if there's a bit of a lag. Hi, Melanie. How are you? I hope you're all well. I've got some really wonderful news to share with you about the coming up of our eclipse month, which is next month. So, hi Trudy, how are you, dolls? I hope you enjoyed your trip overseas. Tanya, welcome all the way from New York City. And welcome all of those who are hopping on from all over the world, London, Singapore, Ireland, where else? All different bits of America, different parts of Australia. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Wanda here with today's tarot. I think I've said that about 3 times leading into the morning. As you can see, I've got my door open there. It is friggin' cold here in the mid-north coast of Port Macquarie this morning. I feel like I'm sort of in the ditch of the mountains at the moment because it is so bloody cold. Look at me. Yeah, it is freezing. So I'm praying for some sunshine. I think I better start manifesting in a very powerful way. Hi, Stephanie Lloyd. Stephanie Lloyd on Julie. Who else is here? I saw it. Juanita. Hi, Juanita. How are you, darling? Valerie, welcome. All right, so today's tarot, I've written a lot of stuff in the comment section underneath this video because we're coming up to the eclipses. Now, I know that this year has been a super powerful year for a lot of you, for a lot of us, because we are really into this movement of change. It's almost like the universe is demanding that we do this. It's demanding. And a lot of us have had the change. Look at me, for instance. You know, 1 minute I'm in, Kiama, and the next minute I'm here on a huge property, starting a brand new business. So things are super, super shifty and changey. And if you're resisting that, you're going to create more problems for yourself. I'm telling you now, this eclipse, the solar eclipse that's coming in on the 2nd and the 3rd of July is going to be the catapult that's going to kick your ass. It's going to kick your ass and you to really step into who you truly are. It means letting go of the story that you tell yourself. It means letting go of who you think you are, because happiness and freedom and bliss and joy are not hippie words anymore. They are there available to you. And I know it's not going to be easy. You're going to be scared. You're going to be freaking out, you know. Every time when we change, what we're actually doing, everyone, is we are creating a better version of yourself. What does that look like, that better version of yourself? Because with everything that's there on YouTube, in social media, they're all leading us towards this pathway, this new pathway of a better life for yourself, for your children, for your family. And there's so much change going on right now. You know, jobs as we know it, they're changing. Everything is changing, and we're called to move from the old paradigm of how we were brought up, how we believe ourselves to be, how the world works. It is not the truth anymore, because we are moving into and creating a new world. where the energy is speaking the truth of integrity, authenticity, and love, compassion, and divine connectedness to your soul energy. Now, I've known this since I was a child. I've never really acted on it all the time as I was growing up because I was still in the old program. We're all being upgraded. We're all being upgraded to a better computer model, if you like, and we have to do the work. It's not like an angel will fall out of the sky and go, well, here, Wanda, just pop that into your brain. This is a new upgraded version of you. Just slot that in and the program will need to be uploaded and you'll be fine. Basically, that doesn't happen that way. We have to sort of go, well, you know, I used to say to myself, the soul is within, but actually our soul is encasing us, if you like. That's our soul energy, and it works within us, okay? So now's the time for growth. Now's the time for being gentle with yourselves and watching your mind, watching the monkeys in Ubud, watching them. And here is the biggest takeaway for today. When you sit very quietly, and I've done this before with you, and you put your hands on your heart like this and you close your eyes and you breathe. Eric Ho always talks about this. The breath is everything, and he is absolutely 100% unequivocally correct. When we focus on our breath, we take our attention away from the monkey brain that we all have, the old program. When you put your hands on your heart and you breathe like this, do it with me now, ready, go. You can close your eyes or you can keep them open. Do this. Breathe in and out. And you put your hands here and you ask your soul, what is it that I'm not doing for myself right now? What is it that I need to do for myself right now? Maybe you need to ask yourself that question. And sometimes the answer doesn't come up straight away because there could be a big disconnect between here and the soul, or the heart, and the heart, not the heart. So put your hands here and take another breath. And you might just want to say to yourself, I am enough. You might want to say to yourself, I love me. You're a good person. You're more than a good person. You're friggin' amazing. And keep your hands there. Just feel it in your heart. And what is it that you want to do for yourself right now? You know, I've got a bit of work to do today for me, if I talk to me. And I know that if there's a few things I'm going to do to get out of the house and do a few interesting things that I have been wanting to do. So that is what my heart is saying. That is what I feel to do. And I do take that action. You never know who you might pop into. You never know who you might meet. You never know any of that. So I'm not going to bag on. As you know, I tend to sort of go a bit baggy. So now I'm going to read today's tarot for you. But I hope that helps. I hope that helps you. Even if you do have to do it 100 times a day, what really helped me is every time I got stressed out or every time I felt, I was being trigger happy, I started to say to myself, I did the breathing and I said to myself, I'm enough. That's what I said. Right. Today's tarot. Okay, angels of glory, come and help me here right now as I lift up today's card. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, today's tarot, today's card for the next few days is the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is generally represented by a woman with a big heart, a homemaker, someone who's a great mum, somebody who is connected emotionally, empathic woman, intuitive. When she shows up, this is usually the mother figure. So it might be coming up to maybe your mother needs attention. I could resonate with that for myself, with my mum, because I haven't seen her for about a month. So I have to connect with that energy for sure. And usually when this card shows up, it's the mother. You might need to ring your mum. Maybe it's coming up to your mum's anniversary. Maybe your mother needs you right now, or maybe it's a mother figure. It doesn't have to be your mum. It could be like, maybe you've got an older sister who's like your mum. Maybe I've got a beautiful friend of mine. Her name's Barbara, and she is like my mother's sister. Like, she has a dual action component in my life, right? She's been my mother, and she's been my sister, and she's been my friend. She's sort of all wrapped up into one thing. But there's someone in your life right now who might need you, who might need your attention, or maybe you need to have a conversation with that beautiful person in your life. There is something like that. Now, what does that also mean for you on a material level? Because this is about getting back into your heart space. It's about being the mother to yourself. Does that make sense? Right? What does that look like? Looking after you. Do you need to go and have a beautiful bath? Irina, I've got the bath for you already. So do you need to go and do something mothery for yourself? Because that is what this card is calling to you about. It's also about watching your emotions, so that don't get carried away with your emotional triggers and the old programs. That's something that's coming in with this solar eclipse, right? Is to be very mindful of your old programs and not allowing them to take you over. So if if you're emotionally triggered by something, or the way in which someone else behaves, and you get trigger happy and you start reacting in a certain way, and it's not for your benefit, that's what you need to shift. So that is what this is all about. Maybe, and I know that I've had clients, for instance, who've ended up like they've had to have like necessary abortions, or they've lost children, and sometimes that emotion comes up. So this is whatever's coming up for you is not to demonstrate to you how horrible you are. It's to demonstrate, now, is that actually true about myself? Or is it what I believe about myself that's not serving me anymore? Because the first thing you guys need to do is to learn to love yourselves. And this is what this card is all about. Now, if you have a look there, she's got the full moon under the cup. The cup is the Holy Grail. That's what we're all aiming for. And we think we have to chase that Holy Grail. Well, she's demonstrating that you have the Holy Grail already. Your Holy Grail is your vibration. It is the fact that you are here on the planet is your Holy Grail, right? And of course she's tipping her toe. She's tipping her toe in the water. Yes, she's got her toe in the water. Can you see that there? Right there. She's got her toe in the water, and she's dipping into her emotions. Because a lot of us have been taught to be afraid of your emotions. Get over it. Come on. Have you ever heard that line? Get over yourself. Come on. Get cracking. Get doing this. Come on. Get over it. Rather than going, oh, I'm feeling this right now. What does that mean for me? You know, what does that mean for me? What's it trying to show me? And that's all you need to ask. And if you don't get the answer straight away, don't worry about it. At least you've addressed it. I hope that makes sense. Give me some hearts, guys, or thumbs up. Let me know that you're understanding what I'm saying. So this is a very important card. It's an important card for you to mother yourself. Nurture you first. So with all of that. Now, oh, you know what? Hang on a second. I've got to leave the screen because I've left my angel cards at the top. Who am I going to read for this morning? Hang on a second. I've never done that before. Here I am. Okay, I hope you didn't go away. Okay, so who am I going to read for today? That is the question. There's someone here. I just saw an Olga. Olga, if you're still on, I'm going to read this card for you. I don't know who you are, Olga. I don't know whether you've been on before. And if you are still on, just let me know. If you're watching the replay later on, can you please type in the comments box, hashtag a replay, because I know that some of you do watch later on. Here we are for Olga. And we all know that whatever's for Olga is also for you, an aspect of yourself, because we are all one. We are all divine energy. Okay, this card showed up. It fell out. This is the angel. This is the card of angels and guides of clairvoyancy. So, Olga, are you tuning in to your natural intuition? Because this is like the clairvoyance, and there are 3 ways that we are clairvoyant. Okay, the first one is that you hear the messages. The other one is that you see the messages, and the other one is that you feel within yourself those messages. Now, for myself, I get them all 3. I get all 3 of them. Sometimes I can reach my hand out and touch somebody on the shoulder, or I can touch their hand and I get a feeling, a sensation about them. Does that make sense? So that's almost like an intuitive sense of touch, right? So this is about using your natural intuition and tapping into that. Tap into it. And I know that some of my clients go, oh, you know, I'm not clairvoyant. I'm you know, but we all are that. We are all that. And for you to tap into that, you just have to go, okay, where's that program in my body? Where is it? And usually people talk about, I had a gut feeling. A long time ago, you know, I love telling stories, but a long time ago, a doctor was telling me that he didn't sort of believe that he was terribly intuitive or spiritual, but he remembers a very poignant moment in his life, this one moment that really stuck out. And maybe you've got a story like that. Maybe you've had a situation similar. So I'll tell you this story. So he was coming home from seeing a patient. It was pretty late at night time, and he was driving the usual route that he usually takes, you know, on a weekly basis to go and visit this old patient. And he was coming up to the top of the road, and the lights were green. And usually, as we know, the green lights usually indicate keep moving forward, sure. But something said to him in his mind, and he heard a very clear stop. And he thought, and his logical mind's going, but the lights are green. And something else was saying to him, stop. So he stopped. He slowed down and he stopped at the set of lights. He was the only one there at the set of lights because it was pretty late at night time. And within seconds of him stopping at those lights, somebody had a young fella had run a red right through on the other side of the road and was driving at a phenomenal speed, followed by the police. So the police were after this guy. Now, had he crossed over on those lights, he would have been killed. A lot of people would have lost their life that night, himself and the driver and possibly the police, because it would have been a head-on impact. Well, not a head-on, but a side-on impact. And he remembers that, and he remembers at that moment him thinking to himself, oh, I better move through it. You know, I better go. The logical mind saying, do it, do it, do it. And this very strong urge that was saying, stop. Thank God he listened to that urge. And sometimes our clairvoyance or our seeing or our feeling or our sensing or our hearing tells us this. And that is there to protect us. That is there to show us the way. So this card is for all of you right now listening. utilize this natural gift. And it's not true that other people say, oh, some people have it more than others. You all have it. You just don't believe you've got it because no one has ever told you. Thank God. My mother I used to freak my mother out when I used to see the dead people at night, in the house. And I would go, Mum, there's a dead person standing behind you. That freaked her out. But my father used to go, oh, okay, that's, it's more than deja vu. It's more than that. Deja vu is more of a feeling like you feel like you've been there before. You feel like you've done this before. It's a feeling of recognition of a certainty almost. Oh, I have a feeling about that. So when you get a message of safety like that, it's not deja vu. It is more a warning. Right? That's what it is. It's an instructive warning. And I've had those a lot in my life, right? And the feelings of deja vu as well. So, yes, so gut feelings, correct, Kelly. Gut feelings have guided most of your life decisions. That is where you work. That is where you make your decisions. And if you're not sure, if you don't know what to do, then step back from the situation until you are certain. So that is super, super important, right? Now, anyway, so they're the cards. I can go on forever, and I don't want to do that and bore you because you probably have to go back to work and do your things. So here we are. Follow it. This is don't you think these are a bit in sync? Because when you're following your emotions, you listen to your natural clairvoyance. The emotion is the key to your intuition if you feel that you're not connected that way. Does that make sense? A lot of my clients go, oh, I'm not very intuitive, but we all are. We all are very, very intuitive, and it's just a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful gift that we all have, and it hasn't been told to us before because the old paradigm wanted to keep us dopey and dicky, right? And we've been dopey and dicky most of our lives, making decisions based on logic. And if you listen to the Eric Ho videos, he talks very, very often about forgetting the logic and going with his divine messages, right? And taking those risks that he has done. He's doing some really great work, guys. So anyway, that's it for now. Follow your intuition. I'll be back again on Friday morning. I'm doing Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays at the moment because I'm doing other work with my other job that I have aside from doing tarot. I'd love to do it more every day. So I'll do my absolute very best. If you want a personal reading from me, by all means, check a comments box, reach out. Sometimes when we're struggling with ourselves, you need someone else to shine the light in another area, or maybe give you something that you haven't seen. I know that I was like that for a lot of my life. When I didn't have an answer for myself, I would go to a tarot reader or I'd go to a spiritual healer and have a conversation with them. And very often it gave me hope, and it gave me, again, some new ideas to inspire me to move forward. So that is what I do with soul readings. I inspire you to keep moving forward, or maybe to warn you about something. Okay, and I've got hundreds of stories I can share with you as a soul reader that I've been doing for years. So anyway, that's my message for you today. I'll see you again on Friday morning. I hope you're all well. In the meantime, have a beautiful, beautiful day, and really tap into your beautiful soul energy. Trust it. Trust it. Just like the doctor, taking that on and listening to that voice and not driving through that intersection that could have cost him his life. Everybody, you know that I love you. I'm here to support you in your journey in a creative, abundant way. So if you need me, you know what to do. And in the meantime, I'm going to say toodaloo, and I will see you again on Friday morning. Remember, the July solar eclipse is all about tapping into the mother within. Okay, bye-bye for now, and I'll talk to you soon.